You felt it. That shift in the air. That quiet unease that settled into your bones just before sleep. You thought it was just your mind racing. But it wasn't. It was a whisper from a place you rarely visit. A place where truth lives without permission. There is a presence. And it is not what you think. You have felt love. Deep love. The kind that makes you believe in forever. The kind that makes you brave and soft all at once. But there is a force you haven't named yet. A quiet current running beneath your story. And it has a face you haven't fully seen. Perhaps you've noticed it in the way your heart hesitates. In the way you pause before you speak. In the way you hold back a piece of yourself when you think no one is watching. It's not a stranger. It's not an enemy. It's a woman. But not in the way you imagine. She stands between you and the one who adores you. Not with anger. Not with intention. With something far more powerful. With memory. With presence. With a hold that time hasn't been able to loosen. You've asked yourself before. Why does it feel like something is missing? Why does your chest tighten when you look at the one who loves you? Why does your heart feel like it's reaching for something just out of reach? This is why. But that's not the full truth. That's just the beginning. Another layer exists. A deeper pull. Something that happened before you even met the person who now holds your heart. A thread that was woven into your story before you had words for it. The other woman is not your rival. She is not a threat in the way you fear. She is a fragment. A reflection. A piece of a past that hasn't finished speaking. Don't skip ahead. The biggest truth is still hidden. And it will change how you see everything. Imagine this. You are standing in a room with the one you love. They reach for you. They hold your gaze. And yet, your eyes drift. Not to someone else. But to a feeling. A ghost of a moment. A name you haven't said out loud in years. That is her. That is the woman standing between you. Not in the room. Not in the present. But in the space your heart still hasn't closed. And the one who loves you, the one who would walk through fire for you, feels it. They don't say it. But they know. They feel the distance you try to hide. They sense the door in your heart that doesn't fully open. You are not wrong to feel this. You are not broken. You are not unfaithful. You are human. And the heart holds more than one truth at a time. This is where the mystery deepens. The other woman isn't who you think she is. She's not a former lover. Not a current temptation. She is a version of you. A possibility. A road you didn't take. A life you left behind. And she is standing there, silent, waiting for you to look her in the eyes and finally see what she carries. You will understand soon. The love you have now is real. It is deep. It is sacred. But it exists alongside a question. A question that has never been answered. And that question has a face. And that face is the one standing between you and the full embrace of the one who loves you. What if you could see her clearly? What if she wasn't an obstacle but a guide? What if the reason she stands there is to show you something about yourself that you've been afraid to see? Stay with this. There is more. Another truth waits just beyond this sentence. A piece of the story that will make your heart race. Not because it's frightening. But because it's so close to the thing you've always wanted to understand. The one who loves you, they are not unaware. They have felt the other presence. They have wept in silence. They have wondered why they are not enough. And you have wondered the same. But the answer is not about lack. It's about layers. It's about a soul that holds more than one chapter at a time. Have you noticed the way your mind drifts when you're alone? The way a scent, a song, a season brings you back to a place that no longer exists? That is her. That is the other woman. She lives in your memory. In your regret. In your quiet what-ifs. She is not here to steal. She is here to complete. But the completion won't happen until you see her for what she truly is. And that revelation is the most dangerous part of all. One more layer. One more piece before you leave. You are standing at a crossroads. The one who loves you is waiting. The other woman is waiting. And the version of you that will emerge from this, they are waiting too. Do not close this window. Do not walk away. What comes next will reshape everything you thought you knew about love, loss, and the silent battles we fight in the dark. A choice is coming. But it's not the choice you think. It's not between two people. It's between two stories. The one you've been living. And the one you've been afraid to live. The answer is not in leaving. The answer is not in staying. The answer is in seeing. And you are so close to seeing it all. The biggest truth is still hidden. But it's breathing. It's awake. And it's waiting for you to take one more step. The moment you stop running, everything changes. Not because the world shifts. But because you finally stop trying to outrun what has been following you all along. And in that stillness, a door opens. A door you didn't know was there. A door that leads not to answers, but to a single, impossible question that will not let you go. What if the other woman is you? Not you now. You before. You unhealed. You forgotten. You at the edge of a decision that would have changed the shape of your life forever. That version of you didn't disappear. She stayed. She stayed in the corner of your heart, waiting, watching, wondering if you would ever remember her. The one who loves you now, they didn't create the distance. They inherited it. They walked into a room that was already half full of shadows. And they chose to stay anyway. That is the love you cannot see clearly. That is the love you have been protecting yourself from. But the shadows have a voice. And that voice is growing louder. You have felt it in the quiet moments. When the house is still. When the world sleeps. When you are alone with nothing but your thoughts and the echo of footsteps that no longer walk beside you. That is her. The other woman. And she is not a threat. She is a wound that hasn't healed. Stay with this. Imagine her face. Not with fear. With compassion. See her standing there, holding something in her hands. A letter she never sent. A word she never said. A dream she never let go. She is not your enemy. She is the part of you that still believes in something you buried long ago. And she is waiting for you to look at her without shame. The one who loves you can see her too. Not as a person. But as a weight. A presence they cannot name. They feel it when you pull away. They feel it when your eyes glaze over, lost in a moment they cannot enter. They love you so much that they have learned to live with the ghost. But ghosts don't leave on their own. Have you noticed the pattern? How you push people away just as they get too close. How you sabotage joy just as it begins to feel real. How you find reasons to doubt love just when it starts to feel safe. That is her work. Not her fault. Her unfinished business. Another truth waits just ahead. The other woman is not standing between you and your soulmate to hurt you. She is standing there to wake you up. She is the alarm you didn't set. The voice you tried to silence. The memory that refuses to be forgotten. And the moment you stop fighting her, everything you want will finally have room to reach you. Don't skip this part. Think about the last time you felt truly seen. Truly held. Truly known without having to explain yourself. When was it? Can you remember? Or has it been so long that the memory feels borrowed from someone else's life? That feeling, that longing, that is not a flaw. That is a compass. And the other woman is the needle. She points to the place you need to go. Not back. Not forward. But inward. Into the space where you abandoned yourself. Into the room where you left your own hand behind. Perhaps you thought you had healed. Perhaps you thought you had moved on. But healing isn't linear. And moving on isn't the same as arriving. You can walk for years and still carry the weight of something you never fully released. That weight is her. She is not heavy because she is bad. She is heavy because she is unfinished. And unfinished things always find a way to speak. Listen to her now. She is not angry. She is not bitter. She is tired. Tired of being hidden. Tired of being a secret you keep from yourself. She wants to be seen. Not to take over. Not to destroy what you have built. But to finally be acknowledged. To finally be allowed to rest. One final truth. One more layer before the silence deepens. The love that stands before you now, the one who looks at you with eyes full of hope, they are waiting for you to turn around. Not to leave them. But to face the woman behind you. To face her with courage. To face her with honesty. To face her and say, I see you. I see what you carried. I see what you gave up. And I am ready to let you go. Because that is the only way. The other woman will not leave until you invite her in. Until you sit with her. Until you weep with her. Until you finally give her the space she never had. And in that space, something shifts. The distance between you and the one who loves you will begin to close. Not because they changed. But because you stopped living in two places at once. Because you stopped asking your heart to be split. Because you chose to bring all of yourself home. But here is the part that will keep you awake tonight. That woman, the other woman, she isn't just a memory. She isn't just a past version of you. She is a mirror. And when you look into her eyes, you will see something that will change everything you believe about your future. You are so close to the edge. Stay with this. The biggest truth is still hidden. It is not in the past. It is not in the other woman. It is in what she represents. A longing so deep it cannot be named. A desire so pure it terrifies you. A love that has no shape, no name, no timeline. And it is waiting for you to finally stop looking for it outside yourself. The one who loves you is not your savior. The other woman is not your enemy. Your heart is not a battlefield. It is a garden. And in that garden, both of them have been planted. One to teach you what love looks like. The other to teach you what love costs. And they are both trying to show you the same thing. That you are worthy of being fully known. That you are worthy of being fully loved. That you are worthy of standing in the middle of your own life and not flinching. Part 3 will reveal what happens when you finally turn around. And what you will see in the eyes of the other woman will be more than you can imagine. But that's for another moment. Right now, just breathe. Just stay. Just feel what has been stirring beneath the surface. Because the biggest truth is still hidden. And it is about to open its eyes. You are finally standing still. After all the running. After all the hiding. After all the nights you spent convincing yourself that the distance was normal, that the ache was just part of being human, that the longing was something everyone carried. You are still. And in that stillness, you hear it. A breath. Soft. Patient. Waiting. It's hers. She has been standing behind you this entire time. Not chasing you. Not calling out to you. Just standing. Waiting for the moment you would stop running long enough to turn around. And now, you are turning. She is not what you expected. She is not a rival. She is not a threat. She is not the villain your fear painted her to be. She is something far more unsettling. She is you. But not the you who loves and laughs and dreams. She is the you who lost. The you who walked away. The you who chose silence over truth. There are tears in her eyes. Not of sadness. Of relief. Because finally, someone sees her. Someone acknowledges that she exists. The one who loves you is watching from a distance. Not with jealousy. Not with fear. With a quiet hope they cannot fully explain. They have always known something was hidden. They have always felt the weight of a story they were not invited into. And now, they see the door beginning to crack open. They are not leaving. They are waiting. Because true love doesn't run when the truth begins to surface. True love steps closer. True love says, I am here. I am not afraid of what you carry. I am not afraid of the woman standing behind you. But here is the part you must not skip. The other woman is not a person. She is a moment. A single moment that changed everything. A moment you never fully processed. A moment that split your heart in two and left one half in the past while the other half tried desperately to move forward. Think back. Way back. Before the one who loves you now. Before the life you built. Before the choices that seemed small but became everything. Can you see her now? Can you see the moment? The day you said goodbye to something you weren't ready to lose. The day you closed a door and promised yourself you wouldn't look back. But you did look back. You have been looking back every single day without admitting it. That moment is her. That moment is the other woman. And she has been holding something for you. Something you left behind when you walked away. She is not here to steal your love. She is here to return what you lost. This is where the story deepens. Imagine her hand reaching out to you. In it, a key. Not to a door you left behind. But to a door you never had the courage to open. A door that leads to the part of you that has been asleep for years. The part that knows how to trust without fear. The part that knows how to love without holding back. She is not between you and your soulmate. She is between you and the version of yourself that is ready to be fully loved. Don't leave now. The next part is the one that will break and rebuild you at the same time. The one who loves you is stepping closer. They have seen you turn. They have seen the tears in your eyes. They have seen the weight lift from your shoulders just a little. And they are not afraid. They are grateful. Because they have always known that loving you meant loving all of you. Even the parts you tried to bury. Even the woman you left behind. Even the moment you couldn't face. They have been patient. They have been kind. They have been everything you needed while you were still learning how to need. And now, they are standing beside you. Not to compete. Not to compare. But to witness. To hold space. To love you through the final unraveling. Have you felt it yet? That shift in the air? That release in your chest? That quiet understanding that you don't have to choose between the past and the present? That you can honor both without betraying either? The other woman is not an obstacle. She is a bridge. And you are walking across her now. Not to go back. To bring forward what was left behind. To complete what was broken. To heal what was abandoned. One final layer. One more piece before you reach the other side. The other woman is looking at you with eyes that hold no judgment. She is not angry that you moved on. She is not bitter that you built a life without her. She is simply grateful that you finally returned. Because she has been carrying something too heavy for one person to hold. She has been carrying your grief. Your regret. Your what-ifs. Your should-haves. Your could-haves. She has been carrying them so you didn't have to. So you could keep walking. So you could keep pretending everything was okay. But she is tired. And she needs you to take them back. Not so you can drown in them. So you can finally release them. Together. With her. With the one who loves you. With the full presence of your heart gathered in one place for the first time in years. This is the moment you have been waiting for. Not to choose. To arrive. The biggest truth is still hidden. But it is no longer out of reach. It is right here. In this room. In this breath. In this turning. It is the truth that the woman between you and your love is not an enemy. She is a guide. And she has been waiting to lead you home. Not to a place. To a person. The person you were always meant to become. Part 4 will reveal what happens when you take the key from her hand. And what awaits you on the other side of that door is more beautiful than any love story you have ever imagined. Stay a little longer. The biggest truth is about to speak. You take the key. It is warm in your palm. Warmer than you expected. Almost alive. Almost breathing. And as your fingers close around it, something shifts. Not in the room. Not in the world around you. But in the deepest part of you. The part that has been holding its breath for years. She steps closer. The other woman. She does not reach for the key. She does not try to take it back. She simply smiles. A smile that carries years of waiting. Years of standing in the shadows while you lived your life. Years of hoping you would one day be ready to see. And then she speaks. I have been waiting for you to remember. Her voice is your voice. But softer. Older. Wiser. It carries the weight of everything you tried to forget. And in that moment, you understand. She is not a stranger. She is not a rival. She is not even a ghost. She is the part of you that chose to stay behind so you could move forward. The door in front of you is not a door you have ever seen before. It is old. Wooden. Worn by time and weather. It looks like it belongs to a house that no longer exists. A house from a life you once lived. A life you left without fully saying goodbye. The one who loves you is still there. Still beside you. Still holding space. They do not ask questions. They do not demand answers. They just stand with you, quietly, patiently, ready to follow wherever this leads. Because that is what love does. It does not control. It accompanies. And now, the key turns. The lock clicks. Softly. Gently. As if it has been waiting for this exact moment. As if the door itself has been holding its breath. And then, it swings open. What you see on the other side stops your heart. It is not a room. It is not a memory. It is not a place at all. It is a feeling. A feeling so pure, so ancient, so familiar that you almost cannot bear to look at it directly. It is the feeling of being whole. Of being complete. Of being exactly where you are supposed to be. And standing inside that feeling is another woman. But this one is different. She is not the woman from your past. She is not the woman you lost. She is the woman you are meant to become. The version of you that is no longer divided. The version of you that holds no secrets. The version of you that is finally, fully, ready to be loved. Don't skip this part. This is the moment everything changes. The other woman, the one who gave you the key, steps aside. She bows her head slightly. Not in defeat. In reverence. Because she has done her job. She has guided you here. And now, her work is complete. She begins to fade. Not sadly. Not tragically. But peacefully. Like a candle that has burned until the very end of its wick. She was never meant to stay. She was only meant to bring you here. To this door. To this moment. To this woman. And as she disappears, you feel something lifting. A weight you didn't even know you were carrying. A burden you had carried for so long it had become part of your bones. And in its place, something new. Something light. Something that feels like freedom. The one who loves you is crying. Quietly. Beautifully. They are not crying because they are sad. They are crying because they can see it too. They can see the change happening in you. They can see the walls coming down. They can see the person they have always loved finally arriving fully into the room. Have you noticed how different your heart feels right now? How the tightness that was always there, the one you couldn't name or explain, has begun to loosen. How your breath is deeper, your shoulders softer, your eyes clearer. That is what happens when you stop running. That is what happens when you turn around. That is what happens when you finally allow yourself to be whole. The woman standing in the door is not a stranger. She is you. She is the you who has been waiting for this moment. She is the you who has been holding the door from the other side, hoping you would one day have the courage to open it. And now, she speaks. I have been waiting for you too. Her voice is not like the other woman's. It is not soft or worn. It is strong. Clear. Certain. It is the voice of someone who has seen everything and chosen to remain whole. The voice of someone who knows exactly who they are and is not afraid to be seen. I am not your future. I am not your past. I am your present. I am who you become when you stop choosing between the parts of yourself. I am who you become when you finally let all of it be true. You want to step forward. You want to enter the door. But your feet feel heavy. Not with fear. With awe. Because you know that once you step through, there is no going back. You will never be the same. You will never be divided again. You will never carry the weight of the other woman in your heart. The one who loves you squeezes your hand. Gently. Reassuringly. They don't say a word. They don't have to. Their presence is enough. Their presence says, I am with you. I have always been with you. And I will be with you on the other side of this door. One final truth. One last piece before you take that step. The other woman, the one who gave you the key, is not gone forever. She lives in you now. Not as a weight. As a wisdom. She is the part of you that knows the value of what you almost lost. She is the part of you that understands what it means to choose yourself. She is the part of you that will never take love for granted again. And the woman waiting in the door, the version of you that is whole, she is ready to walk with you. Into the life that has been waiting. Into the love that has been patient. Into the future that has been preparing itself for your arrival. The biggest truth is no longer hidden. It is standing right in front of you. And it is asking you one question. Will you step through? Part 5 will reveal what waits on the other side of that question. And the answer is more beautiful than you could ever imagine. The door is open. The moment is now. And everything you have ever wanted is just one step away. You step through. And the world does not end. The ground does not shake. The sky does not fall. Everything is exactly as it was except for you. You are not the same person who walked through that door. Something inside you has shifted. Something permanent. Something sacred. The woman who was standing there, the whole version of you, she does not disappear. She does not merge into you like smoke. She stays. She stands beside you. Not as a separate self. As a companion. A guide. A reminder of who you now are. She turns to you and smiles. And in that smile, you see your entire journey reflected. Every tear. Every loss. Every moment of doubt. Every time you almost gave up. She has been there for all of it. She has been carrying you when you didn't know you were being carried. Welcome home, she says. And you realize that you were never lost. You were never broken. You were never too far gone. You were just on a long road. A road that was leading you here. To this moment. To this wholeness. To this peace. But there is something else. Someone else. You turn around. The door is still open. And standing on the other side is the one who loves you. They have not stepped through. They are waiting. Not out of fear. Not out of hesitation. Out of respect. Because they know this moment is yours. They know this journey is yours. They know the final step must be yours alone. You look at them. And for the first time, you see them clearly. Not through the filter of your wounds. Not through the haze of your unprocessed grief. But with open eyes. With a heart that is no longer divided. With a love that is no longer afraid. They are beautiful. Not because they are perfect. Because they are patient. Because they stayed. Because they loved you even when you couldn't love yourself. And now, you invite them in. You reach out your hand. They take it. And they step across the threshold. Into the space where you stand. Into the presence of the whole version of you. Into the heart of the mystery that has been unfolding since the very beginning. Don't skip this. This is the moment the entire story was leading toward. They look around. They see the woman standing beside you. The whole version of you. And they do not flinch. They do not ask who she is. They already know. They have always known. They have been waiting for you to meet her. They have been praying for this reunion. Welcome, the whole version of you says. I have heard so much about you. And the one who loves you smiles. A smile that carries years of hope. Years of wondering. Years of loving someone who was only half present. Now, they see you. All of you. And they are not afraid. They are not overwhelmed. They are home. Have you felt it yet? The completion? The fullness? The sense that everything is exactly as it should be? This is what it means to be whole. Not to have no wounds. Not to have no shadows. But to have all of it in one place. To have all of it acknowledged. To have all of it held by love. The other woman, the one who gave you the key, is not forgotten. She lingers in the air like the scent of rain. She is the quiet wisdom that now moves through your veins. She is the knowing that you carry in your bones. She is the voice that whispers, you have been through this. You are stronger now. You are ready. She is not between you anymore. She has become the bridge beneath your feet. And the bridge does not divide. The bridge connects. This is the mystery you have been living. This is the journey you have been walking. This is the love that was never lost, only hidden behind a door you were too afraid to open. The one who loves you takes both your hands. They look into your eyes. And they say something that will echo through the rest of your days. I always knew. I always knew there was more of you. I always knew you were carrying something I couldn't see. And I loved you anyway. I loved the part you showed me. And I loved the part you kept hidden. I loved all of it. I just needed you to catch up. A tear falls down your cheek. Not a tear of sadness. A tear of release. Of recognition. Of the deepest truth you have ever known. That love does not wait for you to be perfect. Love waits for you to be real. One final truth. One more layer. Because there is always one more layer. The woman standing beside you, the whole version of you, she is not done. She will not fade into the background. She will walk with you from this day forward. She will be your compass. Your anchor. Your reminder of who you really are. And she will never let you forget what it took to get here. The courage. The tears. The willingness to turn around. The willingness to face the other woman. The willingness to take the key. The willingness to open the door. You are not the same. You will never be the same. And that is the greatest gift of all. The story does not end here. Life never ends. Love never ends. The journey continues. But now, you walk it together. All of you. All of your parts. All of your history. All of your hope. The biggest truth is no longer hidden. It is alive. It is breathing. It is standing right beside you. And it has your name on it. The final part, part 6, will show you what happens when you carry this wholeness back into the world. When you let the one who loves you fully see you. When you let the other woman rest in peace. When you walk forward as the person you were always meant to become. But for now, just stay in this moment. Just breathe. Just feel the fullness of what you have become. You are home. And home is not a place. Home is here. Inside you. Finally, fully, completely alive.